Batting fourth, the right fielder, number 5, and first, the third baseman,
Oh,
number 8,
it's
Thomas
Cody.
Weston. And sixth, the first baseman, number 13, to Thomas. And sixth, third baseman, number 13, Alex Fong. Batting seventh, the right fielder, number 20, Brendan O'Donnell. Batting eighth, the pitcher, number 11, Jaron Beatty. Then batting ninth, the shortstop, number 2, Dayton Greer. Coaches, Taylor Ottinger, Jeremy Allen, James Graham, Clancy O'Donnell. Gentlemen, kindly remove your headgear, face your fans. Turn around, face your fans. Repeat after me, the American Legion Code of Sportsmanship. I will keep the rules. Keep the faith with my teammates. Keep my temper. Keep myself fit. Keep a stout heart in defeat. Keep my pride under in victory. Keep a sound soul, a clean mind, and a healthy body. Thank you, gentlemen. Now, everyone, please rise. Face the flag for the playing of our national anthem. Thank you, everyone. Good luck, gentlemen. Have a good, safe game. Managers, please meet your umpires at home plate. Fan enthusiasm and support are a great part of baseball, and active cheering is encouraged. The American Legion baseball program is dedicated to providing a safe and positive environment for both the player and fans. You are requested to be considerate at all times of the feelings of the players and sensitivities of those fans seated around you. Hopefully this request is all that is necessary. The American Legion will enforce this request in the following manner. The use of aerosol, air horns, or whistles will not be permitted during the American Legion baseball game. Persons using an air horn or whistle will be removed from the ballpark. Persons entering the playing field or throwing or attempting to throw objects on the field also will be subjected to immediate ejection and criminal prosecution. Persons using abusive or
Welcome to the 2022 Matson Invitational Championship Day. Wasilla Road Warriors facing off against the Ketchikan Kings. Wasilla coming into this one, not too much games played in terms of the Matson Invitational, being the top seed, get the first round bye. You win two, all right, you're in the championship, and they face a team that they played earlier in the tournament, beat them by a score of 5-2, the Ketchikan Kings from Post 3 down in the southeast. Good to have you with us today. Different looking day on your screen is sunny. Still very windy today here at Mulcahy Stadium here in Midtown Anchorage. Ronan Clancher with you, bringing you all the action along with Luke Cooley. I'm going to be giving you the ones and twos and providing stats, whatnot. Should be a good one. Wasilla, in terms of pitch count, you have only Jace Krall out, who pitched in game earlier this tournament. So he actually faced the Ketchikan Kings and pitched 5 2/3, allowed 2 runs and 1 walk. On the mound today, Colton Hayes. He pitched a inning and a third in that Ketchikan game as well. So we'll see what happens today. Ketchikan coming in and kind of surprising teams, especially in the Matson tournament. We'll go and kind of recap that last game that we had. Ketchikan really looked like they were in control, up 2-0, heading into the bottom of the 6th. Wasilla Road Warriors chip in for 5. And he, including a big 2 RBI single, bases clearing single for Carson Spradling that really vaulted the Road Warriors into a win and into the title game today. We'll get right into it. Leading it off for the Ketchikan Kings, Colby Hanchy. He'll be pitching today. Bubba Williams followed behind him. He's playing shortstop. Tarek Brown in center field. He's batting 3. Trevor Sayer batting 4. He'll be playing right field. Thomas Cross-Cabbage at third. Chase Hannis at first. Hayden Trudeau at second. Jonathan Skobik in left. And Ben Phillips behind the plate, rounding out the order. Hayes with the first pitch to Colby Hanchy, and that one's low for a ball. Getting started at 9:59 local Anchorage time. Wind blowing directly in from left field. Saw a couple balls yesterday throughout not just the Matson but the state tournament that were just, it's in the outfield and it's an adventure about every single time. Balls carry, balls die. It's tough for any pop-up or any ball in the air, but you definitely don't want to hit it in the air to left field because that ball's going to go about 50 feet shorter than you think. Big swing and a miss, cuts right through that one. It's actually Jaron Vaney on the mound. Vaney on the mound for the Road Warriors. That one's low for a ball, ball 3. Vaney's got 3 innings pitched, 1 hit allowed, 6 Ks so far in the tournament, and that one's inside for ball 4 on Hanchy. Leadoff walk. Vaney, sophomore, going into his junior year, 6 foot 170. Throws from the right side. Bringing up Bubba Williams. Vaney actually had the 3 innings in the 15-11 game versus West. In a game with so many runs, he didn't allow any. So I'd say it's pretty impressive. Although 4 walks allowed in 3 innings, he struck out 6. Hanty with the lead off of first. That one's high and inside. Bubba Williams ducking out of the way of that one. Here's the 1-1 from Vaney. Runner goes, and that one's going to be fouled back. Pedro Camacho behind the plate for Wasilla. I'd say he's one of the premier catchers in the state. Not just behind the plate defensively, but definitely with the sticks. I mean, he's a solid hitter. He's hitting 600, albeit a little bit limited in the sample size, 3 for 5 in 2 games. You compare that against the Ketchikan stats, where a lot of players have 16, 15 at bats in 4 games. Hancher leading off of first. He's not going. That one's an off-speed pitch on the 1-2. Camacho getting down and blocking it. "54 degrees. Wind 17 miles an hour. Wind gust getting up to 25 today. Hanchy goes down in the dirt. Camacho has no chance, and that's a stolen base. I tell you what, it's a lot more pleasant in the sun than it is in the rain. I'm sure Ketchikan and Juneau, when they played yesterday, they're kind of used to it a little bit, being down in the southeast. The Anchorage teams later on in the day were not used to it. That one's down in the dirt. Camacho's going to prematurely throw it down to third base, and Bubba Williams going to reach on a strikeout. Hanchy baited the throw to third. So a strikeout and a walk, or a walk and followed by a strikeout, gets runners at first and second. No outs for big stick candidate Tarek Brown. And he's been great for the Ketchikan Kings in this tournament. Coming in 9 for 15, 6 RBI. Left-hand hitting. Been a part of this Ketchikan Kings program for a long time. Playing on the team the last time they won it. Back in 2019, that was a team with Liam Kiefer, Cody Kemble, Wyatt Barajas. That one might be a 2-ball. Going to try to glove flip it over to second. Carson Spradling with an error. Tarek Brown reaches on a fielder's choice, but count that as an error. E4 just trying to get a little bit too fancy with it. He did have to hurry. Tarek Brown capped the ball right off the end of the bat. And that Ketchikan team back in 2019, Wyatt Barajas. Championship game, dominant. Liam Kiefer, Cody Kemble, just to name a few players. I mean, that was a solid Ketchikan Kings team. I remember thinking that if they were in the state tournament, I think they would have made a lot of noise. They just ended up being a game out. Ended up 1 win out of the state tournament, and that was a shame. Trevor Sayer up to bat now. Going down for a bunt. Safety squeeze was on. That one's going to be fouled back. Right off the plate. You can hear the wind whipping around in your crowd mic. It's another gusty one here. Sayer coming in 4 for 13, 308 average on the tournament, has 1 RBI. Sayer fouls that one away. Another left-handed bat for him. 5 walks. He's got a .500 on base percentage. Chokes up on the bat, 2 strikes. That one's going to be skied into shallow center field, and I don't know if infield fly was called or not. But either way, we got an out.
Third baseman, number 8, Thomas Crosscavage.
Now Crosscavage comes in, pitched a great game yesterday. Crosscavage, 5 innings. Versus Juno. That one's up and in. 3 runs allowed. Ketchikan nearly blew a big lead. At one point, up 6-1. Game ended 12-11 in extras. That one's hit hard on the ground to short. Greer with a sliding stop over to second for 1. Great catch by Spradling, but wow, Dayton Greer showing off the glove. 2 away, 1 run scores, but it could have been 2 if that one gets through the infield. Dayton Greer with a nice sliding grab to the hand side. So 1 run in on a hit. Actually, no, there's no hits this inning. You're right. So I just saw hits. We're good. Yeah. Yes. So no hits this inning, actually. I stand corrected. 2-0 from Vaney to Hannes. That was grounded on up the middle. Should be an easy play for Vaney on to first, where Jace Kroll corrals it and will end the first. So a wild first inning. We had an error, a couple walks, player reaches on a strikeout, and that will be end of the top of the first. Going to the bottom of the first inning. Wasilla trying to defend their crown here in the Matson Invitational as they'll come to bat for the first time. You're watching the 2022 Matson Invitational Championship game on the Alliance Sports Network. Look back, Colby Hanchy taking his warm-up pitches. Should be a good one, as we got a run already scored for Ketchikan. Wasilla trying to defend their title, defeating West last year. So we'll get it started with the Wasilla lineup. Will Plowman starting in center field. He'll bat leadoff. Pedro Camacho behind the dish. He's batting 2. Carson Spradling, big bat last time these two teams faced off in the Matson earlier, just a couple days ago. Batting 3. Colton Hayes in left field, batting 4. Jace Kroll at first base, having the number 5 spot. Alex Bond at third, batting 6th in the 7th spot. Brendan O'Doyle in right field. Jaron Vaney hitting for himself. He's pitching, batting 8. And Dayton Greer had a great play last inning, rounding out the order in shortstop. So Colby Hanchy misses 2. Kind of just yanks down the first 2 outside for balls. Will Plowman. That one's going to be chopped over the head. Might be a tough play, and that one's actually going to be no play. Goes through the legs of Hayden Trudeau, and that'll be an E4. It would have been a tough play to get the speedy Will Plowman, but I think that's an error on Hayden Trudeau. He, went right between his legs, right? I feel like it's an error. Pedro Camacho now. Been a great bat all throughout his high school career. Plowman leading off first. First pitch in. That'll be down low for a ball. Camacho Jr. heading into his senior season. That one's down low for a ball again. Dan Angelo behind the plate calling balls and strikes. Dwight Green at first base umpire, and the second and third base umpire, Cliff Butcher, former South Post 4 coach. That one's going to be skied high over the right side, and that one gets out of play. Wind still blowing directly in at about 10 to 15 miles an hour. Just steady breeze. Ketchikan they don't need to win just 1. They got to win 2 today. You got to win the back-to-back games with a lot less arms than Wasilla, coming off of a 2-day rest and having only played 2 games so far in the Matson Invitational. That's what you get when you're the number 1 seed in the tournament. Plowman gets a good jump. Ben Phillips throws it down, and that one's not going to be in time. Plowman with a great jump and showing off the wheels. Down to second, great steal. And Wasilla doesn't look good for Ketchikan, at least before the game. They're up 1-0 right now. Wasilla 11-0 all time in the Matson. That one's fouled back. 11-0. All 3 times they've been in the tournament, they've won it. Full count. That one's strike 3 at the knees. Great pitch by Hanchy. He gets his first punch out of the day. Bringing up Carson Spradling.
Second baseman, number 6, Carson Spradling.
Carson Spradling and Colton Hayes, both players that play for Colony in the high school season. Playing for rival Valley team, joining forces with the Wasilla Road Warriors. As Palmer and Colony combine, usually you have Houston and Wasilla combined as well. Reddington as well. A couple schools out there in the valleys. That one's going to be hit hard into left field. Skovic going to be up with it and not going to even make a throw home. Will Plowman scores easily. It's Carson Spradling. Another RBI for him. Make it RBI number 3 on the tournament. So Wasilla comes back in the first and ties it.
Left fielder, number 8, Colton Hayes.
Colton Hayes, fellow Colony Knight. That one's going to be chopped up the middle. That one is going to get through. Spradling going to hustle for third. He's going to come in with the head first slide, no throw. That'll be a base hit up the middle. Hayden Trudeau just not being able to get there. It's a tough play right up the middle. Good chop, good hop by Colton Hayes. As they got something going here. One out. Jace Kroll. Remember Jace Kroll a couple years ago on the Kodiak team in high school. Or was it Homer? They're both green. They're both blue and gold. I apologize if I got that wrong. I was covering the Division II state last year. I know he was there. One ball, no strikes to Jace Kroll. He's got a big lead. And they're going to try to score the run. Bubba Williams goes home, and he's going to be safe. So Colton Hayes, that's a set play for Wasilla as he tries to get picked off. Hanchy throws it down to Bubba Williams. Bubba Williams throws immediately back to a breaking Carson Spradling. As that one is going to be a big run in this one and not an out recorded. So 2-1. Hayes getting a huge lead over at second base. 3-0 the count now. I'd say you got to try to pick him off right here. 3-0 down in the dirt. Jace Kroll walks on 4 pitches.
Third baseman number 13, Alex Mon.
So Wasilla trying to remain perfect at the Matson. Third time being in the tournament. Two to one now. Ketchikan trying to get recorded one more out. As that one's going to be a high chop. This could be a tough play. Bubba Williams coming on, and that one's going to be wide. Colton Hayes is going to score. Jace Kroll is going to scoot his way on up to third. As that'll be an error on Bubba Williams, the second one of the inning. As another run comes across. And Wasilla getting a couple bounces, making Ketchikan make some mistakes. 3 spot here to counter. Swing and a miss by Brendan O'Donnell. Only has 1 at bat, has a 2 RBI single. 1 plate appearance. He's 1 for 1. Oh and 2, Hanchy. And that one's a nice fastball swing and a miss from O'Donnell. Sets him down. I think a big thing with Hanchy is just calm down. Got to throw those first pitch strikes, especially to bottom of the order. You're trying to get out of this one. Can't be getting behind, and it counts against a pretty offense-heavy Wasilla team. (1-0) in there for a strike. I want to thank everyone for listening down in Ketchikan. Always great to have the Southeast teams come up. That one, Angelo says he went, is Vaney. Check swing, strike 2. Hanchy 1 pitch from getting out of it. Runners at second and third. That one's down low. Yeah, Bond at second, who reached on an error. Crawl over there at third. 2-2. Curveball inside. Missed, full count. Dayton Greer on deck for Wasilla Road Warriors. Full count. That one's going to be strike 3 called. Hanchey gets out of it. A couple errors by Ketchikan allows Wasilla to score. Trudeau, Skobic, and Phillips coming up for the Ketchikan Kings. So we'll be back with the Matson Championship game here on the Alliance Sports Network.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Life is measured in moments, and for more than 20 years, Alaska 529 has been a proud supporter of the moments to come. That's why we're happy to sponsor American Legion Baseball. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, please carefully read the plan disclosure document available at alaska529plan.com. Alaska 529. Save in Alaska. Study anywhere.
Leading off the second inning for post 3, second baseman Hayden Trudeau.
Vaney on for another inning of work. Hayden Trudeau going to lead it off. He's 4 for 10 in the tournament. Right-handed hitting second baseman for the Kings. Trudeau is 5 for 12. 2 walks, 3 RBI. Vaney coming set on the 1-0. Going to be hit over to Spradling. Makes an easy throw over to first, and Jace Crawl's there. Running down the Wasilla defense, Pedro Camacho behind the plate. He usually is for the Road Warriors. Jace Crawl at first, Carson Spradling at second, Alex Bond at third, Dayton Greer at short. And the outfield going from left to right. Colton Hayes, Will Plowman, and Brendan O. Jonathan Skobic going to be hit on the first pitch. That ball goes about halfway down the third baseline. I don't think there's any bad blood between these teams, and also, you know, you never see it in high school ball. Usually pitches just slip. A lot of wind still coming in from left field. Yesterday, it was just swirling around Mulcahy Stadium, changing almost every single pitch. Skobic hit by a pitch. That's the first pitch in there for a strike on Jaron Vaney. I think Vaney's just trying to attack inside on these Ketchikan hitters, trying to get them tied up. And when you do that, occasionally you're going to hit a guy. But if that's the game plan, you're trying to attack inside, at least attack the hitters. 0-1 to Scope. 0-1 to Ben Phillips. It's going to be high. Ben Phillips catching for the Post 3 Kings. Sophomore. Pretty solid behind the plate. Speaking of solid behind the plate, good block by Camacho. He's 3 for 9, 2 RBI, 2 walks. Ketchikan coming into this one, 2 and 14 in league play. Coming in as the 6th seed is Camacho going to throw over to first. He likes to do that. Good catch by Jace Kroll. They're coming up, and 2 league wins, 5 and 15 overall. They're playing to their full potential here. To back walks from Jaron Vaney.
The pitcher, number 3, Colby Hanchey.
Colby Hanchey back to the top of the order. That one's going to be lined into right field. O'Donnell making his way back, and he's going to make the catch. No tag from Skobik at second. Maybe just got a bad beat on it. Out in right field, he should be going back to the base right away.
Shortstop, number 6, Bubba Williams.
Bubba Williams steps in. Reached on a drop third strike his last time. Vaney, first pitch to Bubba. Swung on and missed. Bubba Williams. Swing, and that one just fouled down the third base line. So 1-2 to Bubba Williams. He's a sophomore as well, a young Ketchikan Kings team. 1-2, fouled away. Cross-Cavage is a freshman. Skobik's a freshman. Runner goes to third. That pitch is in the dirt. Skobik with a stolen base. Kind of a surprise stolen base here with 2 outs. That ball was in the dirt. What might have happened was Skobik sees the sign when he's over at second base. And he goes, oh, it's a curveball. So he decides to steal. Gets that one foul. Long at bat from Bubba Williams. Here's the 2-2. That one's going to be in there for a strike 3. Vaney gets out of a little jam. Shuts Ketchikan down. Coming to the bottom of the second, Wasilla trying to add on to their lead. 3-1 your score in the
Part of Club 49 is the fact that you get 2 free bags to go with you.
My family of 5 just flew to Hawaii and back with 10 free check bags.
Beach towels, pineapple cutter, sunscreen, a tent to throw up on the beach.
I was able to go out of state for college so much cheaper. You're packing up your whole life into bag for like the least amount of.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I am a child of the Arctic. I stand on the shoulders of those
who came before me. Raised by tradition, I will succeed for my family, for my community, for myself. I share
all that I've learned with those who will follow.
And what I do here
will have an impact around the world.
I am
Inupiaq, and I am ASRC. ASRC, strengthening Alaska through our values.
Back with you, Rona Clancher. This 2017 they beat Eagle River, and then 2019 they beat Eagle River again. Now 2022 they're playing Wasilla. Wasilla in their third title game. They've won both of their attempts. Throughout the tournament where, you know, a lot of young teams get some tournament experience where sometimes they're able to. You look at Eagle River, their history in the Matson. They actually never won the Matson, but they lost in back-to-back-to-back Matson Invitational title games to Ketchikan Wasilla in Ketchikan. And now you look at them now. They were a younger team back then. That one's going to be hit by a pitch from Peyton Greer. Bring back the top of the order once again.
Center fielder, number 4, Will Plowman.
Look where Eagle River is now. I mean, that's they're one of the powerhouses of the state, really. They'll be playing in the championship game versus Service. 5:30 first pitch there as Will Plowman, 2-ball maybe. Bubba Williams going to take it himself onto first, and that one's going to be drawn off the base as he calls him out. As Chase Hannes' foot appeared to be off the base when he made the catch. Going to ask for help. I tend to agree with Wasilla right here. I think Hannes' foot was off the base. So Dwight Green over at first base umpire. Dalen Ottinger just saying, hey, you get some help. Good double play by Trevor Sayer, and Bubba Williams gets Ketchikan out of it. 3-1 your score still here in the Matson Invitational game on the Alliance Sports Network.
And you're a Club 49 member?
Yes, I am.
I've been a Club 49 member probably for 7 or 8 years.
Wow, I've been a Club 49 member, I think almost as long as I've lived in Alaska.
My cousin referred me to the Club 49 plan years ago because you get so many benefits.
When they introduced Club 49, I was all over it.
It's a benefit just for Alaskans.
We travel a lot to Kotzebue, so we use Alaska Airlines and our Club 49 benefit every year. It's a great organization to travel with.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans. The grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger. A celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Back with you for the third inning. Got some trivia today. This one might be maybe a little bit easier than yesterday's answer. Well, when we had Jacob O'Brien from 1991 from Kenai. Who's the only player to be named MVP at the Matson and state tournament? If you know the answer, tweet to AK Legion BB. So who's the only player to win at the Matson and the state tournament? I got a pretty good idea on this. Luke and I are both consensus. We're not going to try to give away the back with you. Some technical difficulties with internet connection and whatnot here at Mulcahy Stadium. Dropping some frames. Luke Cooley's on it. Strikeout for Jaron Vaney. Make his third of the day. Repeat the trivia question. See if we were on air or not. Who's the only player to win the MVP at the Matson and state tournament? Answer coming up in the bottom half of the third. Big swing and a miss from Trevor Sayer, getting Vaney up 0-2. That one swung on and missed as Sayer fouls that one away, actually. I'll give you a hint on the trivia question. It is within the last, we'll give you 6 years. We'll give you the last 6 years. It's a recent player. That one's going to be chopped over to first base. Kroll going to field it whilst having his foot on the base. That'll be out number 2. So Vaney seems like he's settling in a groove right now. Thomas Crosscavage comes in. Back with you. Here in the bottom of the third inning, Colton Hayes gonna have that one up the middle. 1 out single. We just had Carson Spradling ground out to second base. Windy day
First baseman, Jace Cross.
Apologize for any inconveniences with the internet and whatnot. It's kind of going in and out today. You never know. It's kind of a mixed bag, as that's a good jump from Carson Spradling. Or that's actually Colton Hayes. Jace Crawl in. It's going to be down low for a ball. Jace Crawl takes that one low for a ball, 3-0. Big lead over at second. That one's going to be down low for ball 4 and a walk. Bringing up Alex Bond.
Third baseman number 13, Alex Bond.
Third baseman for the Road Warriors. That one's in at the knees for a strike. Hayes at second, Crawl at first. Big swing and a miss from Bond. Tanchi trying to get another punch out. 0-2 to Alex Bond. It's not the play is not dead. The other team can choose which the outcome is, and I'm sure that Wasilla would choose this outcome. Brendan O'Donnell stepping up as they're gonna talk with Ben Phillips as the bat of Alex Bond on an 0-2 count hit the ball. The ball goes in play. It's not immediately a dead ball, as that one goes as just a so I believe, did he reach on an error? So if it's in play, it doesn't matter about hitting the glove or not at that point. Catcher's interference is just kind of a All right, back once again. Hopefully we're back for good. 2 runs have scored in this inning. 1 on a walk and 1 on a wild pitch. Back to the top of the order, Will Plowman up. Reached on an error and reached on a fielder's choice his last time up. Actually, there was a wild play before we. I think it was during our break where Alex Bond hit a ball, hit the catcher's glove, Ben Phillips. Went into play, a runner scored. Brought across our first run, and then we had a wild pitch, as that one's going to be into right field. Sayer going to go over towards the right field foul line. And Wasilla adds on 2. Hopefully stay with us throughout this one. Thanks for joining us wherever you may be. Going to the top of the 4th, your score 5-1. Wasilla trying to capture their 3rd Matson Invitational title here on the Alliance Sports Network.
I'm Paige. And I'm Elise. And we're from Anchorage.
I am a Club 49 member.
I'm 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 a Club 49 member.
Us Alaskans, we have to stick together.
I'm very happy being a Club 49 member. It really just helps make everything very convenient.
It's the only way we go.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
Are you in the club? Are you in the club?
Join today.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I love Club 49.
Leading off the 4th inning for host group, first baseman Chase Hammond.
Back with you here for the top of the 4th. We'll give you the answer to the 3rd inning trivia here in the 4th, where the only player to win MVP in both the Matson Invitational and the state tournament, 2018 and 2020. 2018 Matson Invitational MVP and 2020 state championship MVP Jacob Gilbert from Wasilla. He's a stud. Really just the whole way. Actually won MVP of the state tournament, although being 2nd. He was just that dominant on the mound. You had to give it to Gilbert. One swung on and missed by Chase Hannes. He's over on with a ground out. Well, Wasilla in the driver's seat right now. Trying to capture the all-time record. 3 Matson Invitational titles. Over to Bond at 3rd. He double clutches over to 1st. Easy, nice, and it's a nice and easy toss from Bond over to 1st for out number 1. Ketchikan, a run, although not having a hit.
Second baseman, number 1.
Aiden Trudeau grounded out his first time. Vaney at 52 pitches, 32 strikes to 20 balls. You know, it still technically counts if he's able to get a no-hitter, but if you allow a run, I don't know, it takes some of the magic away from it, I think. One run being earned so far through 3 1/3. Aiden Trudeau at second base. Make him 5 for 13 on the tournament. Allen's outside. That one's going to be a nice strike on the outside corner on a fastball. Tell you what, after this game, I don't care if you're a Ketchikan or Wasilla fan, you should probably tune into the state championship game at 5:30. Should be a really good one between the young upstart Service Cougars and the powerhouse Eagle River Wolves.
Number 15, Jonathan Sobel.
Of course, all you guys are much more worried about the Matson Invitational Final between your Ketchikan Kings and your Wasilla Road Warriors. Well, it's a big swing and a miss from Skobik. Sunny. Basically no clouds in the sky right now in Anchorage. Windy though, so it's not really t-shirt weather. It is hoodie weather though. Bring a windbreaker. That one's down in the dirt. Skobik swings and misses once again. Angelo saying something to the Wasilla dugout. Oh, 2. That one's down in the dirt once again. Skobik laying off of this one. Good job by Pedro Camacho behind the plate to block it. Up to 60 pitches. That one's going to be on the ground to Bond. He's going to go over to second for one. To Carson Spradling on to first, not in time. Skobik reaches on a fielder's choice. Bond making both outs of the inning. Skobik flying down the line. Yeah, impressive. Skobik, just a freshman standing at 6'1", 150. The only the seniors and fifth years on the team, you have Tarek Brown, Zach Hanchy, Dylan Nedzwecki, who's not here on the trip, McKinley Hamilton, and Jesse Loftman, who's also not on the trip. So a lot of returning pieces for the Ketchikan Kings, as here's a play from Spradling on to first. Jace Kroll will dig that one out for out number 3. Nothing doing here for the Kings. Leave one on base as we will head to the bottom of the 4th. Wasilla 5-1 lead. They have a game in hand. Want to end it here for the Matson Invitational here on the Alliance Sports Network. Back with you for the bottom of the 4th inning. Ketchikan gonna try to have to shut down inning. Dangerous part of the lineup for the Wasilla Road Warriors. Pedro Camacho, followed by Carson Spradling and Colton Hayes. Hanchy still on the mound. 65 pitches. You would expect Skobik to come in after Hanchy today. Skobik still out in left field. Camacho coming back for a bunt, and that one's going to be back. Camacho, one of the big hitters, but he's not afraid to lay down a bunt. That one's going to be a hard liner into the glove of Trudeau. That one was smoked. A lot of slice to it as well. It couldn't have left about 3 feet off the ground.
Left fielder.
Squared it up. Hit a really good pitch the other way. Trudeau able to catch that one at about his shins. Carson Spradling, he's 1 for 2 with a ground out. Big swing and a miss from Spradling. Strike 3 looking on Spradling. Colby Hanchy picking up his 5th punch out of the game.
Left fielder.
Colton Hayes going to step in. Colby Hanchy up to 70 pitches now. Out of the 5 runs, 3 of them have been earned for him. Only allowed 4 hits to a pretty solid offensive Wasilla lineup. Chopped over to the right side. Gonna be a little bit of a flip. I think that, maybe Chase Hannes could have taken it himself, but either way, they get the out. That'll be out number 3. 1-2-3, down go the Wasilla Road Warriors. Good job for Hanchy as we'll head to the 5th. Starting to move right along here at the Matson Invitational here in 2022. Championship game on the Alliance Sports Network.
We used our Travel Now benefit to send our son to Atlanta for a basketball tournament.
I was able to use it to go visit a friend who just had a baby. I wasn't sure I'd be able to afford the trip, but I got the voucher and was able to.
It was to head out to California to be able to be with my mom, who needed extra help and support at that time.
30% coupon? Who wouldn't want that?
The Travel Now discount, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Life is measured in moments, and for more than 20 years, Alaska 529 has been a proud supporter of the moments to come. That's why we're happy to sponsor American Legion Baseball. To learn about Alaska 529, its investment objectives, risks, and costs, please carefully read the plan disclosure document available at alaska529plan.com. Alaska 529. Save in Alaska. Study anywhere.
Head to the top of the 5th.
Coming to the plate in the
5-1 year score. Ketchikan trying to claw their way back here. Colby Hanchy pitching today. He's up to bat, walked and flied out. That one's going to be chopped over to Alex Bond, who's been a busy player over at third base. Been one busy guy over at third base, makes another out. Making it look easy.
Number 6, Bubba Williams.
Bubba Williams. Bubba Williams. Struck out twice. Trying to see if he can put one in play. So he's been pretty good for the Ketchikan Kings this tournament. Coming into this one at a 7 for 16 clip. Struck out just twice in 4 games, and Vaney struck him out twice in just this game. That one's going to be on the ground to Dayton Greer. Up with it on a shuffle, and that one's going to be overthrown at first base, given an E6. So an E6 on Greer. Two errors apiece, as Ketchikan still without a hit. By Tarek Brown. Tarek Brown's had a big tournament at the dish. Reached on an error and struck out today. Nobody's really had a good day against Vaney, though. Coming into this one, 9 for 15 with 6 RBI and 2 double. Also 3 walks on his ledger as well. With a 667 on base percentage, a 1400 OPS into this one. That one's an attempted bunt, and that one's down low. That was a foul ball and a bunt. Now runner goes. Camacho going to throw down and not over in time, the left side of the base. So Bubba Williams gets a stolen base on a 1-2 count. Two and two. Tarek Brown, runner in scoring position now, and that one's going to be caught looking. Strike 3 called. Jaron Vaney picking up his 4th strikeout of the game. 10 strikeouts total in the tournament through 7 2/3. He only allowed 1 hit in 7 2/3, actually. No hits on the day for Ketchikan. Trevor Sayer. A left-handed bat. 0-1. Great pitch on the outer third. 0-2. That one, he went. That one's going to be thrown down to first for the out as Vaney strikes out a couple. And we will head to the bottom of the 5th. 5th inning stretch here in the 7-inning game. Up next for the Road Warriors, Kroll, Bond, O'Donnell. Up next in the Matson Invitational Championship Day on the Alliance Sports Network.
My favorite part of Club 49 is the fact that you get 2 free bags to go with you.
My family of 5 just flew to Hawaii and back with 10 free check bags.
Beach towels, pineapple cutter, sunscreen, a tent to throw up on the beach.
I was able to go out of state for college so much cheaper. You're packing up your whole life into bags for like the least amount of cost. That was a huge deal for me.
2 free bags, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I am a child of the Arctic. I stand on the shoulders of
Those who came before me. Raised by tradition, I will succeed for my family, for my community, for myself. I share
all that I've learned with those who will follow.
And what I do here
will have an impact around the world.
I am
Inupiaq, and I am ASRC. ASRC, strengthening Alaska through our values.
Coming to the plate in the bottom of the 5th, first baseman Jace Kroll.
Back here with you for the bottom of the 5th. Jace Kroll walked twice. He's reached both times. Colby Hanchy still on the mound for the Ketchikan Kings. 72 pitches up there. I would think if he struggles really at all, I would assume you'd go to Jonathan Skobik. 1-0 to Kroll. That's going to be fouled on to 16th Avenue. Windy Anchorage today in the Anchorage Bowl. Fouled off to the right. As Jace Kroll fouls that one by the Wasilla dugout. One and two up high. Kroll misses up high once again. Or Hanchy misses up high to Kroll. That one swung on a miss, strike 3. Hanchy sets down Kroll, making it strikeout number 6 on the day. A pretty good game so far. He's walked 4, struck out 6, 4 hits and 3 earned runs allowed. As it sits right now, no hits for the Ketchikan Kings, as that one's going to be ripped, and a great jumping catch from Bubba Williams. That one dropped quite a bit with the wind blowing in. I think he may have jumped a little bit early, but he was still in the air when he made the catch. That was a nice catch from Bubba Williams. A web gem. That'll be out number 2, bringing up Brandon O'Donnell. Taken outside for ball 1. Hanchy up to 80 pitches. Almost a 50-50 ball strike ratio. That one's going to be fouled away to the right side. 1-1. Down low and away. They get 2-1. Hanchy now behind 3-1 to Brandon O'Donnell. That one's low and away. No clean inning for Colby Hanchy as he walks O'Donnell on 5 pitches.
The pitcher, number 11,
Jaron Veeney up to bat. He struck out looking twice. But himself, he has 5 Ks on the day and 5 innings pitched. Probably see him come out for another inning, at least. 2 outs. That one's going to be fouled away back to the right. Coming in with a good bat into this game, of course, through 2 games. He was 4 for 6, now make him 4 for 8. Fouled away. Wasilla trying to stay unbeaten all time at the Matson Invitational. 11-0. Trying to make it 12-0 in their 3rd title, including back-to-back seasons right now. That 0-2 misses outside. And that one's going to be down low for a ball. O'Donnell over at first base. Two and 2. That one's going to be behind Ben Phillips for a passed ball as O'Donnell reaches second base. They have full count, 2 outs. Runner at second. Jaron Vaney trying to drive in a run. That one's down low for ball 4. Vaney on for the first time today. Colby Hanchy up to 90 pitches now. Dayton Greer reached on a hit by pitch and a walk. Swung on, and that one's popped to the right side and fell. 2021 graduate, Dayton Greer. Never count Ketchikan out, though. They're a team that can strike for multiple runs in an instant, as we've seen throughout the tournament. First and second. O'Donnell at second. Vaney at first. That one's going to be chopped foul. As Cross Cabbage fields that one in foul territory. Greer with a 1-2 count. Pitch from Hanchy, swung on and missed, strike 3. Hanchy gets out of it with no harm done. Couple more strikeouts. 94 pitches now. We'll see if they go with them next inning. 7 Ks on the day for Hanchy. Cross Cabbage going to lead things off for the Kings, trying to come back here in the 6th inning. The 2022 Matson Invitational title game on the Alliance Sports Network.
And you're a Club 49 member?
Yes, I am.
I've been a Club 49 member probably for 7 or 8 years.
Wow, I've been a Club 49 member, I think almost as long as I've lived in Alaska.
My cousin referred me to the Club 49 plan years ago because you get so many benefits.
When they introduced Club 49, I was all over it.
It's a benefit just for Alaskans.
We travel a lot to Kotzebue, so we use Alaska Airlines and our Club 49 benefit every year. It's a great organization to travel with.
No matter how different we may seem, there's something we all share as Alaskans. The grit, determination, and ingenuity that has made impossible feats possible. The same spirit that 40 years ago made the oil field of Prudhoe Bay possible. Today, the Alaska Oil and Gas Association celebrates something bigger. A celebration of the spirit that connects all Alaskans, that sets us apart from every other place on Earth, that will lead us into the future.
Back with you. Veeney's still on the mound.
Top of the sixth inning for Ketchikan, third baseman Thomas.
As cross cabbage. Lead it off. 0 for 2 with the ground out. Still no hits allowed by Veeney so far. That one's going to be a grounder onto short. Dayton Greer up with it on 2 steps. That one's going to be nice throw up the line. Jace Kroll able to snag that one.
First baseman Chase Hannis.
Chase Hannis up to bat now. He had a pretty good game pitching earlier in the tournament. 4 Ks through 7 innings. 1 earned run. Now the fastball dotted on the outside. Strike 1 from Veeney. Camacho's done a really nice job framing today. Kind of an underappreciated part of the game is and the catcher behind the plate basically just lying to the umpire. That's what framing is. One and one. That one's outside. Two and one. That one's going to be a tough play for Greer on the run, and he's in time at first base. Chase Hannis picks up the first hit of the day for the Ketchikan Kings. Just kind of capped it. Tough play. Dayton Greer to make. So Ketchikan in the hit column for the first time today. Here in the 6th inning. Hayden Trudeau. Ground out, walked. Ketchikan no runs since the top of the 1st inning. They've had plenty of base runners, they just haven't been able to drive them in. Haven't had that big hit as that one's going to be checked back over to first from Hannis. So another pickoff attempt from Veeney. Checking on Hannis once again. Thinking something might be on, as that one's going to be a 3rd straight pickoff attempt. Four in a row. Slowing the game down a bit. Trudeau still in there. Waiting the 1-0 pitch, as that one's going to be low for a ball. .82 pitches now for Veeney. Not a big lead over there at first. That one's in there for a strike. Two and one. In there for a strike on the inside. Getting signs from the third base coaching box. Two and two from Veeney to Trudeau, as that one's going to be chopped over the left side. Foul. Repeat 2 and 2. Haven't seen anyone up in the bullpen for the Wasilla Road Warriors. That one's up and in for ball 3. Full count, 1 out. Hannah's going to go as that one's going to be strike 3. Camacho with the throw down. That goes in the outfield. Mark that up as a stolen base for Chase Hannes. Struck out looking for Hayden Trudeau, and Vaney keeps on rolling with his 6th strikeout of the game. Makes it 2 away. Runner in scoring position for Jonathan Skobik. He's gotten hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice. That one fouled away and hits Camacho right in the mask. Angelo giving him some time. One and one, big swing. Skobik almost fell over on that swing. One and two. Jonathan Skobik from Jaron Vaney. That one's going to be chopped over to short to Dayton Greer. Takes a little bit of time with it and makes a throw. Gets him out by a half step. No runs on a hit. First hit of the day for Ketchikan. Nothing doing as Vaney shuts him down. Going to the bottom of the 6th. Wasilla looking for a little bit more insurance, up 4. Trying to close out this game at the Matson Invitational Championship here in 2022. Back on the Alliance Sports Network.
My favorite part of Club 49 is the 2 free bags.
Every other airline, you have to pay huge baggage fees, and with Club 49, you don't have to.
I don't have to settle for what I want to take. I can have everything that I need with me.
It takes a lot of luggage with all of my chaps and hats.
I can take a ton of stuff anywhere.
It allows me to take my buddy Fred here anywhere I'd like to go.
2 free bags, just one of your Club 49 benefits. Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
Roads to bridges and buildings to the Trans-Alaska Pipeline, the men and women of the laborers work hand in hand with other construction trades to build Alaska.
So the laborers are pretty much the first ones on the job and the last ones to go. We have specific skills that we do, such as pipe laying, grade checking, pouring concrete, scaffold, hot carrying, insulation, but we also support the other crafts in their needs, whether it be the carpenters, the iron workers, or the plumbers and pipe fitters.
Leading off the bottom of the 6th inning for Wasilla, the center fielder, Will
Plowman. Up to bat now, back to the top of the order. 4th time through the order for the Wasilla Road Warriors. Haven't seen anyone in the bullpen, and Hanshy has 11 pitches remaining. Now make it 10 as that ball misses outside. Dayton Greer going down to the bullpen for the Wasilla Road Warriors. Was last out, and he's one of their premier pitchers. He actually pitched through 6 shutout innings. Andre Brown drove in 2 runs. Actually, last year against West in the 9-0 win, Greer never allowed a runner to reach third base. That one's going to be popped up over to the right side. Could be playable for Hannes, and that one's going to reach the bleachers. Wind blowing in directly right to left. That one may have been able to stay and play on a regular day. Not a regular day-to-day. That one's going to be a ball that gets to the backstop. 2-2 now. 98 pitches. 105 is the maximum. That one's going to be a line drive up the middle. Solid piece by Will Plowman. Senior drives one. Potentially his last game in a Wasilla Road Warrior uniform. Pedro Camacho up now. 0 for 3. Hard line out last inning, or last time up. Plowman going to take off again, as that one's going to be missed. And Plowman with another stolen base. That one's going to be a strike taken, but Plowman takes another base. That's 3 stolen bases. See if he's going to be off on this next pitch. Nope. As maybe just kind of a fake bunt steal situation right there, trying to draw on the third baseman, but Cross-Cabbage doing a good job just to stay there. Time called by Pedro Camacho in the box. One and one, down low. As gonna try to get there to third, and he's out. He's out at third base. Cross-Cabbage applies the tag. Ben Phillips with a nice play, good heads up. Nearly caught him sleeping. Plowman just trying to, make something happen. Gotta think you have one of your better hitters up. You don't want to have the first out at third base. That one's going to be low and away for a ball. Camacho stalwart behind the plate for the Wasilla Road Warriors for the past 3 seasons. That'll be pitch 104. Up high for a ball. Looks like we'll have a pitching change. Hannes will take over on the mound, and we'll take a break right now. 1 out here in the 6th as Hanchy's day is done at 104. We'll be back on the Alliance Sports Network.
I'm Paige. And I'm Elise. And we're from Anchorage.
I am a Club 49 member.
I'm 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 a Club 49 member.
Us Alaskans, we have to stick together.
I'm very happy being a Club 49 member. It really just helps make everything very convenient.
It's the only way we go.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
I'm in the club.
Are you in the club?
Are you in the club?
Join today.
Find out more on the Hub, club49hub.com.
I love Club 49.
Sorry, now pitching for Ketchikan, number 13, Chase Hamas.
Back with you, Chase Hannis on the mound. As gets set with his warm-up pitches. Coming in, 1 earned run over 7 innings. 4 Ks earlier in this tournament. McKinley Hamilton going to be in at first base. Substituting in for Trudeau. Bubba Williams slides over to second from short, and Colby Hanchy goes from the mound to short. That one misses low. Good day for baseball. At least it's sunny. Windy. Not too hot. You're going to come to the ballpark anytime today. Bring a jacket. As Camacho going to leave on the first pitch, and he'll be down with a easy steal. Not much that Ben Phillips could do. That was just a good jump by Camacho. Carson Spradling 1 for 3 with a single. Also an RBI on his ledger. Colton Hayes waiting on deck. Looks like Dayton Greer's warm out of the bullpen. See if he starts the inning. Probably Vaney will start the inning, and if he gets any trouble, Dayton Greer will be ready. Gonna line that one into left field. That'll be a base hit. Camacho rounding third. Skovic up with the throw. Misses the cut just low. Maybe just spiked that one. As Carson Spradling with an RBI single. Make it 2 on the day for him. Camacho scores from second. Insurance run makes it 6-1 Road Warriors.
Left fielder, number 8, Colton Hayes.
Colton Hayes. Spradling with a big lead off his second. That one's going to be outside corner for a strike from Hannis. And that run that Spradling just drove in on Hanchy's record, so we can close the book on him officially. 3 earned runs, 7 walks, 7 Ks, and a hit by pitch. So they had 8 walks. Hayes 2 for 3 today. Now it's going to be popped up over the left side. Gets out of play. Stick around after game if Wasilla is able to hold on. Award ceremony, player of the game ceremony. One and 2 from Hannis. That one just misses inside. Left-handed hitting Colton Hayes. Just graduated from Colony High School. That one misses just about the same spot. A little bit inside and up. Full count. Really, really good jump. I mean, beautiful jump by Carson Spradling.
First baseman number 5.
With an easy steal on the full count. Left about half a second before Hannes had even lifted his leg. Bring up Jace Kroll. 0 for 1 with 2 walks and a run scored. Colton Hayes at first as he's going to go, and they're going to get another run home on the same play that we saw earlier in the game. I think at some point you just got to go for Ketchikan. You know it's the same play. Maybe you fake a throw and go back to home. If he takes second, so what? So a steal of second and a steal of home officially. Hayes with a big lead out at second base. That one's going to be down low for a ball. 7-1 your score now. Wasilla pulling away. One and oh, big swing from Kroll. Big swing from Kroll makes it 1-1. I don't think there's any reason to swing big when the wind's blowing 15, 20 miles an hour in from left field, especially as a right-handed hitter. That one's going to be foul off his ankle. Here's Kroll Sr., potentially his last game as a Road Warrior. One and two, Hayes at second base. Big lead. That one's going to be popped up in the infield as making the catch is Bubba Williams for out number 2. 2 outs now.
Third baseman, Alex.
Ketchikan's put up a good fight in this tournament, coming in as the 6th seed out of 7 teams. Playing well above their expected, and kind of how they were expected to, yeah. We're 2-14 overall in the regular season. I always thought Ketchikan was better than what their record showed. Proved me right. That one's fouled straight back. Alex Bond. Bond also a senior on this Wasilla Road Warriors team. Losing a lot of players. That one's going to be driven to left field, and that one's going to hang up there for Skovic, and that'll be out number 3. He barreled it, but that just went about midway through the outfield just with all the wind and whatnot. Going to the 7th, Wasilla trying to shut down for their 2nd straight Matson Invitational title. Vaney going to try to close it out up next on the Alliance Sports Network.
Coming to the plate in the top of the 7th for Ketchikan, the catcher.
Going to the 7th inning. Wasilla 3 outs away from their second consecutive Matson title. That one's down low. Ball 1. Ben Phillips walk and a ground out today. That one's in there for a strike. Vini at 93 pitches. 12 pitches left. Dayton Greer did warm up in the bullpen, so he's ready to go for the Road Warriors. That one's going to be chopped over to first. Jace Krall going to take it himself and run through the base. Out number 1. Ketchikan down to the last 2 outs.
Number 3, Colby Hanchy.
Colby Hanchy. Walked and fly out and a ground out today as well. 1 hit on the board. I think it's a pretty easy decision for Alaska 529, smart player of the game. That one's going to be popped up. Could be playable. Camacho going, and that one's going to hit off the railing over at the first base dugout. So make it 1-1 the count. Hit by a pitch right there for Colby Hanchy. 7-1 your score. That one's going to be fouled over the left side, third base coaching box. Oh, 0-1 the count to Bubba Williams. He's struck out twice and reached on an error. That one's going to be driven into left field, down for the second base hit of the game. Up with it quickly is Colton Hayes, and look now, but Ketchikan's got something going.
Center fielder, number 4, Derek Brown.
Make sure to stay afterwards for award ceremony. That is if Wasilla is able to hold on. Laney, pitch number 100 in there for a strike. Derek Brown. Last game potentially as a Ketchikan King, last day. That one's going to be over in the left field. Could be a tough play for Colton Hayes as he's able to make the catch. And not tagging but bluffing is Colby Hanchy at second for out number 2. Down to the last out, Trevor Sayer. Talon Ottinger checking pitch count. So 2 outs now. So, pitch number 102 in. That one's going to be chopped over to the right side and foul. Vaney trying to go for the complete game here. Maybe the last batter. Trevor Sayer with an 0-1 count. That was going to be over to the left side, and that will get foul by about 3 feet. Close one, but now Ketchikan down to their final strike.
Right fielder Trevor Sayer.
Runners go on a two-strike count. Could be it. Spradling up with it, and that goes but under his glove. And a run will score. So Spradling with his second error of the game. And bring 104 on his pitch count. This will be the last batter of the day for Vaney. As Cross Cabbage comes up. So could have been the game. Spradling with an error brings home Colby Hanchy, and now we got first and third. Make it a 7-2 game. That one's going to be skied into right field. Coming in and not making the catch. Out in right field. It's Brendan O'Donnell, and that'll be an E9. So an E9 back-to-back errors for the Road Warriors. And now you look at it now, 2 runners on, tying run on deck. And I think this will be it for Jaron Vaney, as he did all he could and then some. So they'll try to hand it off to Dayton Greer. 7-3 game. Could be a 1-out save. So Dayton Greer going to try to shut it down. Ketchikan. Never count him out. 1 out away. Wasilla trying to get their second straight Matson title here on the Alliance Sports Network.
Number 2, Dayton Greer.
Back with you. Dayton Greer on for the save opportunity. Tying run is on deck in McKinley Hamilton. Chase Hannes comes up to bat. Back-to-back errors from Wasilla with 2 outs here in the 7th. Dayton Greer trying to just end this one. 7-3 your score. Ketchikan not out of it yet. That one's down low for a ball. Great thing about baseball is you never know. You never know until the final out is made. Hannes. It's the 1-0 from Greer. That one's going to be into center field, and Bond makes the catch. And Wasilla, 2022 Matson Invitational champions. As Dayton Greer gets the 2-pitch, 1-out save. And Wasilla with a record third at Matson title, winning it in 2022.
For the award presentation.
So, we got award presentation coming up. Wasilla responds to Ketchikan's 1 run in the top of the first with 3 of their own in the bottom of the first. 2 in the bottom of the third. 2 in the bottom of the sixth to really nail down the win and get some insurance. And then Ketchikan makes it pretty close at the end, makes it exciting with 2 runs of their own in the 7th. 3 runs, 2 hits, 2 errors for Ketchikan. 7 runs, 6 hits, and 4 errors, really filling up the score column for the Wasilla Road Warriors. Well-deserved win. They were pretty dominant throughout the tournament, mostly by their offense. Carson Spratling with 2 for 4 with 2 RBI. Alex Bond 1 for 4 with a lot of great defensive plays. Dayton Greer gets the save for him. 1 RBI for Thomas Cross Cabbage. Chase Hannes closed out the game for Ketchikan with 1 hit out of their 2. Bubba Williams with the other hit. And with that, Alaska 529 Smart Player of the game. Really no contest here. Jaron Vaney. He pitched 2 2/3, 1 earned run allowed, 6 Ks, and 3 balls. So with that, signing off for Luke Cooley, I'm Ronan Clancher. We'll stick around for the awards ceremony here on the broadcast, but we'll see you later today if you choose to come back. 5:30 championship, state championship game between the Service Cougars and the Eagle River Wolves.
Hold on, we're getting there.
Still behind you. Make the old guy run down.
Who's the woman out there? We have Players of the Game Awards. First for Ketchikan, the Player of the Game is Chase Hannes. And for Wasilla, the Player of the Game is Jaron Vaney. Presenting all the awards today is American Legion Department Chair Russ Baker and American Legion National Executive Committeeman Jim Pisa. And nobody told me the other lady's name. What? All right, we're going to do the individual awards first. For the Matson Invitational Gold Glove Award goes to, from Wasilla, post 35, catcher Pedro Camacho. The Matson Invitational Big Stick Award goes to, from Ketchikan, post 3, outfielder Derek Brown. The Matson Invitational Top Pitcher Award, from Ketchikan, post 3, Chase Hams. And finally, the Matson Invitational MVP Award goes to, from Wasilla, post 35, pitcher Jaron Bennett. Now, the second place team, you get your trophy. From Ketchikan Post 3 is your second place winner of the Matson Invitational. Congratulations, guys. And the first place trophy to the post 35 Wasilla Warriors, your first place trophy and medals. Medals go to Will Plowman, Pedro Camacho, Carson Spradlin, Colton Hayes, Jace Crawl, Alex Vaughn, Brendan O'Donnell, Jaron Beatty, Nathan Greer, Colton Savala, Chase Sivalich, Ramon Guzman, and Logan Beatty. Coaches, Taylon Ottinger, Jeremy Allen, James Graham, and Clancy O'Donnell. Congratulations, guys.